I've been thinking a lot about the scale of battle maps in official Dungeons and Dragons adventures. A while ago, we played the Lost Mine of Phandelver, and one encounter that really stuck with us was the confrontation with the weird, one-eyed Nautic lurking in its lair. When I DM'd this, I envisioned the cave as a vast cinematic space, a shadowy hideout where the Nautic could have dwelled for years, undetected, occasionally tormenting the unfortunate Red Brand bandits who wandered through its lair. But that illusion fell apart pretty quickly once we started playing. As I placed the tokens on Roll20 and really considered the scale of the battle map, my grand vision of the cave started feeling a little cramped. So I started wondering just how far off was my imagination compared to the reality of the map. To find out, I decided to recreate the cave inside Unreal Engine, using the battle map and the book's descriptions as my guides. So let's see if my epic vision of a Nautic's lair holds up, or if I've been getting lost in the shadows of my own imagination. In Unreal Engine, I started as I always do by placing a figure to represent the size of a human. Before setting up guides for the width and the height of the room, I created a box to represent a square equals 5 feet from the battle map. This helped me get a better sense of scale before fine-tuning the dimensions of the cave. With these guides in place, I could begin shaping the rough layout of the cave. I wasn't overly concerned with centimeter perfect precision, but I aimed for a representation that felt believable, something that gave me a sense of what it would be like to stand inside of the Nautic's lair. After approximately an hour and a half of modeling, I was ready to walk around the cave. It quickly became clear just how small the room is. It didn't come as a huge surprise though. It was obvious during gameplay, even if I really wanted to picture it as a larger space in my mind. It's difficult to see the Nautic living here for an extended period, especially considering this room serves as a crossroad where other creatures, like the bandits, bugbears, and even Glastaff himself, would have had to pass through regularly. Even if they had had some sort of alliance where the Nautic guarded the area, it's hard to believe that that arrangement would have worked for long. I often find myself imagining grand cinematic locations influenced by epic movie scenes, but the reality of the game tends to bring things down to earth. I get why it has to be this way. Maps need to fit within books, work well for gameplay mechanics, and be manageable in virtual platforms like Roll20 or on physical tables. Still, it's something I often think about while playing. Ultimately, this project has been an experiment to see just how far off my imagination was from the intended design. Anyway, even though my suspicions were confirmed and the illusion was shattered, it doesn't take away from the great experience we had with this encounter. Maybe it doesn't matter if things make perfect logical sense. Realism isn't exactly what Dungeons & Dragons is known for. As long as you can create an exciting experience, it doesn't really matter if the Nothic had to deal with a bit of a tight squeeze. It's been a fun experiment regardless, so I leave you with a few renders where I tried to make the cave look as cool as possible within the limitations set by the book.